I was going to say, I started talking about home because I don't know why. As I get older, I want to spend more time at home. And when I get there, I get real uncomfortable because it doesn't really feel like home either. I wrote a line for Beaker one time. Because you know how hard it is for guys to tell each other that they love each other? That we're so homophobic that we can't even be honest. And so I really wanted to tell Beaker I loved him. So I wrote this really stupid song for him that I thought was kind of funny. And I included a woman's name because my audience is so homophobic that if I wrote a song for a guy, they would stop buying my records. And let's face it, I got to make a living. The line that I especially liked was, "If your home is just another place where you're a stranger," because I think so many of us are looking for that place where we really fit, where we really belong. And the bad news is that I don't think there is such a place. I think that part of being human is being alone and being lonely. I think one of the stresses on a lot of our friendships is that we require that the people we love take away that loneliness. And they really can't. And so when we still feel lonely, even in the company of people we love, we become angry with them because they don't do what we think they're supposed to. Which is really something that they can't do for you. So don't be mad at each other over this. Don't be disillusioned with each other just because you feel lonely around each other. Remember, we are a fallen people. And our ancestors thought, so many stupid things. Of course, what thoughts aren't really stupid? You get down to the bottom of it all. Sooner or later, we all die. And when you're dead, your brain is just going to rot away, so all those thoughts you're keeping up there aren't going to do nobody no good. Worms will like it one way just as well as the other. And never forget that someday you will be dead. Because that's just as sure as anything I can think of. So love each other as much as you can right now. Because this may be the last thing you've got to love each other. Don't love each other because you think you'll be less lonely if you do. There's no point in that. And don't try to get even. Don't waste a lot of time trying to get even with each other. Because you never really do. Our ancestors thought if they ate of the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, that they would be like God. The truth was, not only did they not find out good from evil, but they also were unable to know God after that. Not only were they unable to know God, they were unable to know each other. And not only were they unable to know each other, they were unable to know themselves. And that is our heritage, folks. You will be lonely for a good part of your life, so just get used to it. Remember, someday you'll be dead. It won't last forever. So while you still have life, love everybody you can love. Love them as much as you can love them. Don't try to keep them for yourself. Because when you're gone, they'll just resent you for having left. Love freely. And remember that after we die, and I don't know how it all goes together. In fact, I know so little anymore. And I'm not really sure why I try to say anything to anybody. But I get the strong feeling from reading the Bible that after we die, that somehow Christ is going to raise us up again. And somehow we'll be a body still. But we'll be different than we are now. A new body is what we get. I've got a great one on order. If Playgirls saw what I had in my mind for my next body, they would hire me now for pictures in the next life.
There's the line.
You laugh, but someday you'll be astonished. I'll have no bags under my eyes. I'll have a jawline. Biceps. The whole works. I'll be a jock. Either a jock or a fife player. I haven't decided which one. But I kept thinking maybe somehow, if I really read the Bible, if I really studied my faith, that would give me a sense of belonging, that I would find some kind of home there. And the funny thing is, I hadn't yet. People often ask me what I believe, which always cracks me up because I always think, well, why would I write that song Creed if I didn't believe it? That should pretty much outline it for you. I want to know what my millennial view is. I don't even have a millennial view. I can't see it. They want to know what I think about baptism. Well, I think a lot of things about baptism, but I don't really know what I believe about it. My faith isn't in that. My faith isn't in creationism. Certainly isn't in the religious right kind of reasoning. Everything that has ever happened has failed, and it will continue to fail. And I think that's because God is a jealous God. And He will not share us even with our best ideas about Him. And when Christ has stripped away all of your phony baloney kind of systematic theology, all of your lame Protestant kind of stupidity, all of your Catholic hang-ups, when Christ has stripped away everything that we have invented about Him, then maybe we will encounter Him as He really is, and we will know ourselves as we really are. So don't be afraid that your faith gets shaken. Could be that God is shaking you forward, shaking you free. And the issue is not which side of which bench you end up on. The issue is really has to do with what does it mean to love Christ. What does it mean to obey Him? And I'm not really even sure what that is. But if there's any meaning in the life of Jesus of Nazareth, it is this, that there is a God who created us and who loves us so much that He would stop at nothing to bring us to Him. And I really suspect that of all the things we think we want to know, the only thing we really want to know is that we are loved. And if Jesus means anything, He means that you are loved. I hope you know that. And I hope you stop worrying about all the stuff you don't know. Because I don't think it knows a hill of beans. This is a song that Beaker wrote the chorus to. I wish I would have written this chorus because it's one of my favorite things that I never wrote. And it sounds so good if you all sing it. So, I wrote these verses, but mostly because I wanted to get writing credit. I'm not sure they really fit in this song, though. I don't know what else to sing in the meantime, so. Sometimes the night was beautiful. Sometimes the sky was so far away. Sometimes the sea you stoop so close. You could touch it, but your heart would break. Sometimes the morning came too soon. Sometimes the day could be so hot. There was so much work left to do. So much you'd already done. Oh God, oh my God, and I will ever praise you. Oh God, oh my God, and I will ever praise you. And I will see you in the morning. And I will learn to walk in your way. And sacrifice will lead me. And I will follow you all my days. Sometimes I think of Abraham, how one star he saw